Good morning, dear students. We are going to see a beautiful story written by Eleanor Estes. The name of the story is A Hundred Tresses. This is Eleanor Estes. This story is about a quiet and shy girl named Wanda Petrowski, a Polish immigrant who had come to America with her family. She attended school with American children who found her name to be strange and probably the weirdest in the classroom. This is because they all had easier names. She was poor and was always seen wearing a faded blue dress. Her classmates teased her because she claimed to have 100 dresses all lined up in her closet, albeit always being seen wearing one. The ones who mainly teased her were the two best friends, Peggy and Maddie. Peggy was the most famous girl in school, while anyone barely knew Wanda. See, from here itself, we are very sure about different characters, the main characters in this story. The heroine is our Wanda Petrowski. There are two friends who are always mocking to this Wanda, Peggy and Maddie. There is a reason why they mock at her. Because this Wanda Petrowski used to say that she has got 100 dresses lined up in her closet. But she always wore a faded blue dress. That was the reason why Peggy and Maddie mocked at her. Peggy and Maddie used to wait for Wanda before school, even if it meant getting late. You see, it has become a special joy for them to taunt her. Maddie, a poor girl herself, did not like when Peggy made fun of Wanda. Out of these two girls, Maddie was a little poor. She did not like this Peggy always making fun of Wanda Petrowski. She feared that she could be the next because she was also a poor girl. She also did not have many different dresses to wear every now and then. She wanted Peggy to stop making fun of Wanda but could not summon courage to face her as she feared she would lose her best friend. However, Peggy's intention was never to hurt Wanda, but she was curious as to why Wanda had to lie that she had 100 dresses in her closet. So this Maddie was a friend of Peggy, but she said she wanted to say to this Peggy not to mock at this Wanda. But she did not have the courage because she thought that she would lose the friendship with Peggy. Peggy also was not that much curious to mock at her, but she was on her view that why she, means Wanda Petrowski, lied. Why she said a lie that she had 100 dresses lying up. in her house. Therefore, she thought of mocking at her. Truth about the same 100 dresses unveiled on the result day of the drawing competition. The room was lined with 100 drawings portraying different dresses, each so beautiful that day she truly had 100 dresses all lined up. But in the classroom at that moment, Peggy and Maddie, who were awestruck, realized the theory of 100 dresses and felt guilty about having treated her badly. Let us see the part 2. It begins with a letter received from Vanda's father. This letter was informing the school about their decision of moving to a big city because there nobody would tease Vanda for her uncommon name as well as her appearance. After knowing the content of the letter through the teacher, the whole class was in a shock. And they realized their derogatory comments and attitude towards Vanda. So this Peggy and Maddie had already felt bad when they had mocked at our Vanda Petrovsky. Vanda Petrovsky, after taking part in this competition, so she decided to move away from that city. She could not bear with that particular mock-ups. So her father wrote a letter and the content of the letter was read out in the class. Everybody felt so guilty about. Maddie felt so bad that she is a coward and never stopped Peggy from making the fun of Vanda. Now Maddie is thinking she was so stupid not to prevent Peggy mocking our Vanda. This is the reason, that's why she couldn't focus on her studies after knowing the facts. She desired to meet Vanda to clarify her stand that she never meant to hurt her feelings. So she made up her mind to go to her house and tell her also that she has won the prize. When the school was over, Maddie and Peggy both visited the residence of Vanda at Boggins Height to meet her. So these repenting friends, Peggy and Vanda, they are now deciding to go to Vanda. Peggy and Maddie, they are now deciding to go to Vanda Petrovsky's house to say that she has won the first prize in the competition. To say that they were sorry for mocking at her at different times of the day whenever she reached the school. But till that date, the girl Vanda and her family had already left from there. So their visit was fruitless. Both the girls wrote a friendly letter to Vanda to tell her that she had won the contest. But after many days still there was no answer from Vanda. It was the time of Christmas when Miss Mason got a letter from Vanda. Vanda had written a letter and wished Merry Christmas to all the girls. Further, she wrote that the girls could keep those 100 dresses because in her new house she will have 100 new ones. She gifted all special drawings to Peggy and Maddie. They accepted and pinned them in their bedrooms. You see, Our Peggy and Maddie is now writing a letter to Wanda, but no reply. There was no reply for a long time. Anyway, things went on like that, and the time of Christmas happened. At that time, Miss Mason got a letter from Wanda. In that, Wanda had expressed that all those 100 paintings were or designs were for those students there. She didn't want any one of them because she would have new ones now. She would make new designs at her house again. The friends, they took all those designs and kept in their bedrooms. Maddie gazed for a long time at the picture and found that the face in the drawing was resembling her own face. Then she ran to Peggy's house to see her drawing too. Peggy was also happy after getting the same in the drawing. Peggy has consoled herself that Wanda will really like them. Mandy agrees to all this and blinks away the tears which came when she thought of Wanda Petrovsky. There are a lot of instances in the story showing how racism affects the social and personal lives. This story is making people realize and feel about such a discrimination. So dear students, now finally they are feeling something very special with these paintings. They see their own faces in that. Something very special. So both of them run to each other and find that both of them had the same experience. So with that the story ends. There is a question now. Is it not that happening these days amidst us? Don't we fool those who are weak? Don't we make fun of those who are weak? Don't we discriminate certain people on the basis of their caste, creed, color? Let us stop all those things. Let us be one. Just be learning students wherever we are. The story is actually telling about racial discrimination in the society. It must be get away from the society. I also would like to show the various designs that was portrayed on the competition in the classroom. With this, we are coming to the end of this chapter. Please read. I'm not getting any calls. Please call me, clarify your doubts, grammatical section, especially if there is doubt, please ask me. So till we meet next, bye bye.